Okay, last time we look at how we can get a GPU with paper space, and today I'm gonna show you how to work with notebooks. A notebook is a way you can run Java, Python interactive way. So for example, I can show you. Here we have the Hello World notebook. I showed you the last time. So basically, this is a deep learning model. So in here you can see some documentation. So this is a notebook. I have documentation, and then I have some code. And I have some code, and I have the output. Basically, I can run some code, and I can get the output, and it will display here. That could be something like text here. So it could be something like an image, or it could be something interactive. For example, here I have like an upload button. So let me show you that. Okay, here if I run this, if I run this code, here I get an upload button. So basically, I can upload something and show that here, or work with some deep learning model. So what you can do with notebooks is really unlimited. You can do anything. Right. So let's try to create a notebook and see how to work with that. So I go to Jupyter, go to the root directory, go to my deep learning directory, and I click new on here, and I click Python 3 under the notebooks. Right. So then first I'll give a name. So you can click the untitled space. Then I can write to Hello Notebooks notebook. So it could be anything you want. And then first of all, I have a code block. So you can click to enable it, and I can type 2 plus 2 and shift enter. I'll get the output as 4. Simply as that. You can run any Python code, which I'm not going to try right now. So if you want, you can try it out. So then this is another code block. Let's say I want to write some documentation in Markdown. So here all the documentation you can use in write using Markdown. So Markdown, if you don't know about Markdown, it's a very easy to use formatting language. Just Google it, and you could master that in a few minutes. So here, this is how I can type a title in Markdown. Hello title. Sorry. Oh. Right. Then I can type some paragraph like this is a paragraph. So I can shift enter and write. But unfortunately, this block is a code block. So it's not like a. You have to convert that into a Markdown block. So I can click the cell I want. In this case, this one. I click the cell from the drop down menu on the menu bar and choose cell type and convert it to Markdown, and then I can shift enter and run it again. So now it's a documentation. So like that, you can change the type by clicking here. You can change it back to code if you want, or if I want to be Markdown, I can do it like it's simple as that. So basically, this is the only thing you want to know mainly. So we have code blocks. You can convert it into a Markdown, vice versa. And it's also really nice to learn a few shortcuts or keyboard shortcuts specifically. So if I can enter into any cell, it will go to the edit mode. So I can click escape, and it will go to command mode. So then I can use the arrow keys to go here and there. So if I go to some cell, I can shift and enter, and it will run that code block. So I go to here, I navigate into a Markdown cell. I enter return, or the enter key. So it will go to edit mode. I can do some changes. Then I can shift enter. Then it will run that code block. So that's it. And if you want to convert the cell type, so we have a shortcut. For example, in here we have a Markdown cell. If I want to convert back into code, I can simply type Y it will convert back into a code block. So then I type M, it will convert into a markdown cell like that. So it's simple as that. So after I have done this, I can actually file and save and checkpoint. If you look at the here, we have last checkpoint 3 minutes ago. So this is automatically got saved 3 minutes ago, but I really like to save right now. Okay, yeah, it's saved now. So then I go back to the directories. This one and deep learning. So yeah, I have my notebook here, hello notebook. If I click this checkbox, and then I can delete it. So I want to do that. But if you look at there are another button called shutdown. So what shutdown means? So I told you, like with the notebooks, you can run Python commands. But in our case, we run a very simple command, which is 2 + 2. But you can run things which are like going for a few hours, maybe a few days. So if that's the case, if you want to like shut down that, so this is what you can do. But in our case, I don't want to like do something like that. I can simply hit the delete button, delete icon, and delete it. Right. So another cool thing about notebooks is actually I can preview them with many online tools. For example, I can see the preview of my notebook inside GitHub, so which is really helpful. So I go to the GitHub, so I type this one, and deep learning. This is my repository with everything related to deep learning course, and I can click this hello world. Notebook, and yeah, you can see the exact same thing with a different formatting. Of course, I cannot run this inside GitHub, but I can see almost everything. You can see like graphs, charts, images, everything is there. Unfortunately I cannot click the upload button here because this is not the actual notebook, just the preview of that. Yep, this is it. And yeah, now we are ready for the deep learning course, and I think we could do something really interesting. See you there.